It works because we make a lot of time for each other, and being in school still, like, I'm super busy, but I think because of the fact that, like, I make scheduled time to, like, talk and, like, make sure we see each other plenty, that, like, it manages to work because, like, the distance seems a lot closer. Yeah, I think so. I think it'd be really hard if you start out long distance in a relationship, or if, like, you go from, like, having a short term one to being long distance because you don't have as much of that, like, background. Planning visits. It's fall here, so obviously it's super busy. So, like, managing to get, like, weekends away is really hard. I think jealousy probably, because, like, you're not there with each other on a day-to-day basis, and, like, in college you go out and drink and, like, do stupid stuff. So I think that's probably why a lot of them fail, because of the jealousy issue. If not, it's just kind of like the attention factor. You're not getting enough attention from, like, your loved one. I feel like a lot of times fights come off of that. I guess just by being, like, closely communicating a lot and, like, always keeping in touch with, like, just, like, little things. I feel like that helps, like, fill in the time gap a lot. On the phone, mostly. Sometimes we Skype. I never Skyped before, so I had to download the Skype app. But we FaceTime a lot too, so that helps make it easier. Try to plan, like, visits that are, like, more special than what we do in Gainesville. Like, when we go somewhere, like, plan, like, cool activities, like, go to concerts, like, stuff like that, like, stuff that we've never really had time for when we were in college, just to, like, make the time worth it. You, like, learn not to take time for granted when you have each other, so we try to make it more fun. I would first of all advise her only to stay in it if, like, they aren't prone to fighting, because that can be really hard. You can't just, like, make up the next day. Like, it's gonna be long distance. Like, you're gonna have to, like, make up over a phone and, like, not in person, which is a lot harder sometimes. I wouldn't get in one if, like, there's insecurity in a relationship. If there's trust issues to begin with, it'll be a lot harder to deal with in a distance form. Just because you're not there every day, you don't see what happens. And if you don't have the time, I'd say that's the hardest part, because, like, it really is, like, an extra, like, part of your life that you can't just factor in on a day-to-day basis. Like, you have to make time for, like, throughout the whole day. Like, it's kind of just like you have to pretend like they're here even when they're not. So.
Okay.
I hope we end up in the same law school next year, so we don't have to be long distance anymore. That's my hopeful plan. But if not, we've made it work so far, so we'll keep going, I hope.